7 a.m. Sunday morning. Got a surfboard partition because me and Mike don't want to talk to each other. We've loaded up the longboard. I'm going to ride a longboard out west today. We're going west coast. There's a good little bit of swell. Yeah! Camped here.
Illegal. Get rid of them.
Get out of here. I'll show you that there's board blocking everything. Oh shit. That's a long way. Look at the state of this rip. All through there. It's not like a rip, it's a fucking river. Just funneling water.
Never see me at all. I'll take your roof off, I'll take your head off, I'll take your head off on the lucid, baby. Just feel me, come on, feel me. Just feel me, you won't ever see me. You'll never catch me on film. You'll never see me at all.
There's old mate, he's been paddling for about at least 20 minutes, eh? Hasn't caught a wave yet. He obviously knows what he's doing, hopefully. He's paddled out by himself, but it's probably a pretty good indicator of what's going on. He looks knackered. Holy shit. Pie time. I'm these confined living quarters we're currently in.
Over the Great Divide.
Righty-ho, probably not the most exciting start to the day, but I'm heading home now. As mentioned, the surf was just the wrong tide and just too much bloody water moving, judging by how much that guy struggled for about 40 minutes and never caught a wave, so and he kind of looked like he knew what he was doing. My plans now is I'm going to go see Steve Morris at Morris Surfboards. I've got to drop some t-shirts off for him, have a little pick his brain for a little bit about a board or two. Hopefully if I can find him I've got to ring him, and then I'm going to try and get a little dive in. Right, boards dropped off with Morris to get the second crease fixed. He said it's probably going to snap if you leave it, so we'll hopefully get a little bit longer out of it yet. I'm going to go home now, make a plan for a swim. Right, it's that pretty difficult time of day, Sunday afternoon. I'm not feeling going for a dive, but looking at the weather forecast, if I'm going to go, today is probably the pick of the bunch. There's swell coming up this week and a fair bit of easterly, so T-Point's probably the only option. Seeing I'm going to be alone, can't really be bothered too much taking the boat out. I just don't know, to be honest. Right, so I haven't exactly pulled through on the diving thing. Just don't really feel like it, to be perfectly honest. No dive buddies again. What I'm going to do now, though, so I'm at the sheds, as you can probably tell, just tidying the boat up. Here's the winch. What I'm going to be doing is, our one isn't running at the moment just because the chain's gone. I had to cannibalise it for the other one. What I want to do is eventually get to the stage of making composite drums. Now, these are Alley at the moment, which are very good, very solid drums, very strong, light enough. Expensive though, because I've got to get them made. What I am thinking of doing, and I don't know if it's been done, is using scrap foam. Hang on. basically the idea is I keep a lot of the foam offcuts just because the stuff's expensive and it's very good to make stuff out of. The idea here is to basically glue and stack a heap of this foam and then lathe it into a drum shape and then fiberglass it, or use fiberglass, e-glass or carbon. And I'm sort of unsure on a couple of those little details, but I'm going to do a bit of tidying up now, and I might start layering. Basically what we got to do is basically just cut layers, so it's about, you know, bang 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 like that all the way along, glue them to, it'll be a rough shape of a drum, and then it gets lathed. That's the idea. Whether it'll work or not is probably, that's why we've got to test it. That's why we'll be testing it on this one here. So yeah, I might make a little start on that now. Here's basically how I blueprint things. If you know how to build things, you really don't actually need much. Just some loose measurements for the actual drum size, and I can basically work it off a very small amount of measurements because they're very simple things. I'm going to start stacking some foam now. Right, so for those of you who probably may or may not quite be following me, all the foam's cut out now for this drum. This is the theory. This may all turn pear-shaped here, but picture this is the shaft on the other end. This is going to explode on me. That's the shaft on each end, and that essentially is the drum part in the middle. So what we basically do is glue all this together, and then lathe it so it looks like an actual drum, and then it'll just be scrap foam. It'll be very, very light. The drum weight bear will be very, very light, and essentially just glass it all up, whether it'll be carbon or e-glass yet, I'm kind of undecided. And it basically removes a lot of the cost out of the winch build. It'll remove a lot of the weight. It'll obviously be rust proof because it's all composite material, and it's reusing all this scrap, because usually this sort of scrap foam gets thrown out. So it's reusing all that. I'm going to give it a whirl. With a bit of luck, if I can get myself motivated to do this, we might get a prototype thing put together, or close to put together, this week. Yeah. Good fun little way to end up the weekend. Hasn't been an absolute flippin' real cracker of a weekend. In fact, I didn't even vlog yesterday. It's kind of been a bit of a catch up. The weather hasn't really played the game, but it looks like we've got some swell on the way this week. So I'll be trying to do as little work as possible when that gets here. We'll be dropping plenty of content as always on the main channel. I'm a little bit behind with the Live in NZ series, but we're getting there slowly, and of course there'll be some dolphin footage I actually shot the other day. I'm going to be dropping that up there as well. Of course, there's all the Thundercat stuff as well. That's it. I'm Sam Price. I will see you at the beach.